I think we should have.
Sound? Hello? Hello? I can't hear.
Okay, even though I don't have a mic, oh, do I have a mic? Okay. Okay, good. All right. We are ready. Oh my God, it's a miter. Claire, you've aimed high. Oh, I want to welcome you all back here. This is the entertainment portion. Do I need to do something? Okay. The entertainment portion of this glorious celebration of the 2 years that we've had Claire. And to get us started, we're going to welcome our very own NUUCs. And they said that this is the NUUCs will present 2 songs, especially for Claire, with their love and their gratitude. The first is Bye Bye Claire, and the second is Happy Trails to You. And they also shamelessly made a plug saying they want everyone to know they're available for gigs at a very reasonable price.
Is our tip jar.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Oh.
Sounded good.
Thank you, NUUCs. So at this time, I think they went out to lunch without us, but Claire had some very special guests in the audience at church today. And even though they're not here, you might have seen a woman that was Claire's partner. Yes, she does exist. And with her were her mother and stepfather, and then a couple of very close friends that were here as well. So thank you, Claire, for bringing them to introduce us and just pass this on to them. They had to share you too, and we really, really do appreciate that, all the hours you spent here. So in early 2021, Doug and Laurel had this vision of being a teaching congregation, and part of that was to hire an intern minister. And so during the search process, an interesting resume came in. Here was an individual that obtained a doctorate in educational theater, was very involved in volunteering at various prisons, held a full-time job at a school district, and was taking classes from Iowa Seminary. Really? You guys want another job? Oh, also, we had a partner, and he was renovating a 100-year-old house in Capitol Hill. You know, what could be easier, right? I'm sure Doug and Laurel were wondering how this person could also add a 10-hour a week, 10-hour internship for those who could. After approval by the board, Dr. Clare Hamor joined our congregation in June of 2021. As co-chair of the intern committee, I also had some time commitment questions. I mean, how in the world can this guy do all this? So we met for coffee down in Aurora by his school, and I expressed my concerns, and very politely, he put me in my place. He said, when I was working on my PhD work, I was also teaching full-time, I think, at a Blue Man school, right? And doing all this work in upstate New York with prisons. I said, I look forward to working with you. And the rest is history.
Yeah. So now you may wonder if Clare was entirely on his own when he started working with NUUC. The UUA requires that any congregation hosting an intern needs to establish an internship committee. So this committee is to help the intern navigate such things as church politics, working with volunteers, introductions to congregants, providing feedback from the congregation, among other things. In other words, to ensure an intern would understand that ministers work more than an hour a week and not just on Sunday. Clare, being Clare, had no trouble grasping that idea. If anything, we, the internship committee, at times strongly suggested that maybe he was putting in too much time. There were 7 members of the internship committee that Mickey and I co-chaired. Each committee member was responsible for one of 7 ministerial core competencies required by the UUA. We will now briefly go through each competency area, and we will ask you for a resounding affirmation that Clare met or exceeded the goals of each competency. Now, resounding affirmation can be wild clapping and applause. It can be hoots, woots, and hollers. It can be foot stomping. It can be jumping up and down, or all of the above. So I was responsible for competency number 1, which was worship and rites of passage.
Did Clare provide us with wonderful sermons and sensitive rites of passages?
Oh, Oh, you exceeded all my expectations.
We thought we were gonna have to.
Right. Mickey had his back up here. Competency number 2, led by Carol Barton, was pastoral care and presence.
Did Clare provide pastoral counseling, demonstrate healthy personal boundaries, and share his strong sense of appropriate ethics?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Brenda Christensen was responsible for competency number 3, which was spiritual development of self and others.
Did Clare model spiritual depth in personal practice, articulate philosophies of learning, and address spiritual transitions?
My God, I've lost my place. Competency 4 was social justice in the public square, led by Linda Bell.
Social justice. Did Clare engage with critical justice issues, connect the history of UU justice to the present, demonstrate personal qualities of deep listening and information processing?
Competency 5 was administration, led by Mickey McGuire.
You may not know what he did behind the scenes, but we can attest to this. Did Clare demonstrate staff and volunteer management, ability to understand budgets and stewardship, and ability to manage conflicts?
Competency number 6 was serves the larger UU faith, led by Kathy Hartman.
Did Clare understand the complexities of working in a large bureaucracy, as well as take the message to other congregations and institutions? And before I call for it, I don't know if you know, but Clare has been preaching all over the state and even into Wyoming, UU churches and other churches. So did he do this?
And lastly, competency number 7, leads the faith into the future, was led by Chad Escalier in the first year and by Jim Danforth in year 2.
Did Clare experiment with emerging technology? Can you say Zoom? Articulate a vision of Unitarian Universalists in a changing society and embody ritual and magic in the service of justice?
Yay.
Okay, you're up next.
I don't think we need to vote.
We don't need any nays.
Call the vote? Yeah. All right. So one church that Clare preached in, down in Durango, and they had a retreat right after he preached, and they went off and did some work, and they offered him a job as full-time minister.
Smart people.
Yeah, smart people is right. So now we have some special music from Katie and Andrea, and so these two individuals, as you know, are ardent choir members and music lovers, and as you heard in the past events, they love to share their music with others.
As usual, being a very musical geek, music talks to me. I've got shelves and shelves of music at home, and whatever the situation comes to be, this song will just jump at me, and I'm always amazed how that happens. The first song that we're going to sing is a Lumineers song, actually written for Pete's Dragon. And I absolutely love this because it really expresses my feelings about having to say goodbye to someone.
Does the train sound part of it?
Well, we were rehearsing the other night, and the pitches we were trying to find, the train tooted, and we were right on the mark. It was just. Oh, should we switch? Yeah. Nobody knows how to say goodbye. Seems so easy when you try. Then the moments pass you by. Nobody knows how to say goodbye. Nobody knows how to get back home. We set out so long ago. Search the heavens and the earth below. Nobody knows how to get back home. Ooh. Through the darkness to the dawn. When I look back, you were gone. Heard your voice lead me on. Through the darkness, through the dawn. Love is deep and the road is long. Moves my feet to carry on. Beats my heart when you are gone. Love is deep and the road is long. Nobody knows how the story ends. Live the day doing what you can. This is only where it began. Nobody knows how the story ends. Nobody knows how the story ends. Nobody knows how the story ends. This next song is a Stephen Foster song, and I've heard it about first time a year ago, and I could have sworn I've heard every single Stephen Foster song written. And I adore this song so much, and I also think it's a really good UU song. It's Hard Times Come Again No More. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count the many tears while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. All hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around our cabin door. All hard times come again no more.
Though we seek mirth, try that again. Sorry. Though we seek mirth and beauty and music bright and gay, there are frail forms awaiting by our door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading seems to say, oh, hard times come again no more.
It's a sigh that is wafted across the lonely plains. It's a wail that is heard upon the shore. It's a dirge that is murmured across the lonely grave. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. All hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. All hard times come again no more. All hard times come again no more.
Thank you, Katie and Andrea. Next, we have Clay, who is going to recite a poem that he has written especially for Claire and for this occasion.
All right, hello everyone. So Kathy asked if I could recite a poem here today, and not having one that I already felt was maybe appropriate for the occasion, I decided to write a new one. And Kathy, I'm sorry I couldn't find a church appropriate way to rhyme sayonara sucker, so I wrote this instead. Tell me, how does the vine do it? Gives up the grape in its prime with no clutching and no apparent trace of regret. In the farewell to this violaceous berry, sweet and ripe, and full of its share of the sun's bounty. The aspen whispers, all things happen in due time, with its release of amber leaves, relieved of chlorophyll into the chill autumn wind. Is letting grow truly so effortless? What of that breath squatting in your throat that when evicted clears the way for a closely held truth? In its flight, it flings open the windows of your soul. Anyone near in the moment, peering through, bears witness to your sacred self. Can it ever be easy to relinquish the embrace of your beloved, who stands with bags packed at the threshold of a journey for which neither of you may be ready? Relinquish that embrace and watch as the first of thousands of steps takes them into a milling throng of travelers and out of your sight. You know, the distant mountaintops hold a winter home for water hunkered down as snow. How do those peaks feel come spring, when waters flow and run free in rivers and streams, moving in this new state out into the world? That turning world that sees fresh blossoms become new fruit, green buds on barren branches, a collage of stickers on luggage, sun glinting on high snowpack. The turning world that takes us from hello and nice to meet you, through thank you, to au revoir, and may the road rise up to meet you, as we once again learn to let go of that breath we're holding and fill our lungs and hearts anew.
Meg and Wendy, do you want to come up and start setting up? These two will sing a song called These Hands as a tribute to Claire. An especially meaningful line from the song says, "The world could use a hero of the humankind."
It's very clanky.
Claire, I'm better at singing than talking, so I'm going to be very brief because I don't want to get choked up. Anyway, Claire, you've been a joy, and I'm really going to miss you. We're really going to miss you. Thank you for your healing heart, your healing hands, and your healing hugs, especially. And this song talks about the world could use a hero of the humankind, and that's you. Some hands have held the world together. Some hands have fought in wars forever. So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? Some hands have blessed 1,000,000 people. Some hands help free the world from evil. So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? The world could use a hero of the humankind. So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? Some hands can stop a life from dying. Some hands comfort a baby crying. So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? The world could use a hero of the humankind. Tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? I want to sing it from my heart. I want to hear it on the wind till it blows around the world and comes back again. And all that we can ask is for us to be free, to use them when we want, for whatever the need. Some hands, they give voice to a nation. Some hands wrote all the times they are a-changing. So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? The world could use a hero of the humankind. So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? Tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine?
That was beautiful. Sally, are you, there you are. Would you come up, please? Sally, as president of the board, would like to do a presentation.
Thanks, Claire. Can I call you up here again, please? Now, I already broke down one. That's not. I'm not going to give you another speech. I'm just going to give you this gift on behalf of all the people in this congregation that love you and will miss you and want you to do something fun with it.
And let's see, where are we? And last but not least, Kathy Hartman. She is going to read a proclamation Internus Extraordinarius.
I know, I forgot to paint my toenails. Can we have this one maybe? Okay. So first of all, I want to thank all the people who came over and helped me get my yard ready for the big party. You can see. And Karen Dornsife especially. But I'm glad we're here and we're cozy and we're warm and we're dry. When Laurel left us, we designated her a minister emerita, which is part of the UUA thing, and we had a nice proclamation for her. Note the word nice, huh? You know, there's nothing similar for an intern, so we had to make it up ourselves. So I have now for you a proclamation. A proclamation. Whereas Dr. Clare Hamur, forthwith to be referred to as Claire, came to the Namaqua Unitarian Universalist congregation in May of 2021 with his considerable talents, good humor, high intellect, lowercase nomenclature, and unique coif. And whereas Clare proceeded to develop into a darn good sermon writer, those sermons delivered with his deep, consequential voice to inspire, amuse, challenge, and enlighten us. And whereas Clare chose for us children's stories, apparently to use his plenteous theatrical talents, who can forget the many sounds, wild gestures, and variable voices that emanated during those stories? I mean, we just saw that a half an hour ago, right? Stories such as After the Fall, Ist du Tak, Where the Wild Things Are, and countless others we remember for the flourish as well as the message. And whereas Clare, being a young thing, has come to this congregation filled with folk with more wrinkles, age spots, aches, and pains than Carter's has little liver pills. Look that one up. And tried to teach us what queer means. As we grew up with that word as a pejorative, and then a word not to be used, and then married Clare tells us he's queer, and we are totally confused and will probably never use the word again. And whereas Clare has deeply whereas we have deeply incorporated Clare's passion for those who have strayed far and might have thought themselves forgotten, but for this man who takes them on, listens to and inspires them, finds a way to get performances from them that are unimaginable if we hadn't seen them ourselves. 30 guys, more tattoos than I've ever seen in one place, sprinkled with glitter head to toe, dancing in unison. Who else could do that? Let's see. And whereas many in the congregation are hoping that Clare has gone through all of his growth spurts and can now buy pants that reach his shoes. And whereas Clare is always bringing us things like hyacinths, sunflower seeds, hibiscus tea, sweetgrass, candles, and has left us with baskets of black rocks of varying sizes, enough to pave our parking lot. And whereas we have found Clare to be a kind and gentle soul who signs his monthly missives to our congregation with a great big hug. And that's not a great big hug. It's a great, big hug. Is lifted by a powerful character and strong focused convictions, and delivers those great big hugs often. And whereas Clare has eased us into regular profound meditations and has also cared for those hurting in need of comfort, wanting guidance, looking for compassion or companionship, and whereas Clare Hamir, our dear intern minister, has stolen our hearts. You frickin' stole our hearts. And that, my friend, is a punishable offense. I'm thinking incarceration in Parker Hall for 6 months, food and water as needed, reasonable visitation, 2 sermons a month. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. You stole our hearts, and now we have to take them back. Hearts that are more robust, more full of love, generosity, compassion, joy, and commitment, inspired by you, Clare. And so, therefore, we, the Namaqua Unitarian Universalist Congregation in Loveland, Colorado, do hereby proclaim you, Dr. Clare Hamur, as Ministerius Internus Extraordinarius, with all the rights and privileges and benefits that designation provides, which are none. We wish you all the best. We welcome you back whenever you can come. And we thank you for all that you have given us. in conclusion, this is kind of an odd day for me because it is the 15th anniversary of my husband's passing, and it caused me to remember a quotation from his celebration of life. It's by Dr. Seuss, and it said, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." May it be so.
Just a couple. And I've got more socks underneath. My shoes are just soaked. So, Laurel, when she had her last service, gave me this spoon. And the spoon was before her, was owned by Robert Latham, a student to Laurel. And the idea of the spoon is that it's something really good to get in and stir. But it's also really important to remember that spoons are the best way to feed and to care for other people. And you all have fed and cared for me, so and today I want to pass the spoon on to someone I invite you to care and feed and to love as deeply as you love me. You've already started, but Dana, can I give you this spoon? And I just want to close with two last things. The first one is just gratitude. The real reason why I pick where the wild things are, there's wild things, there's so many things, but there's a line in there where Max is hoping that he'll find somewhere where someone loves him the best of all. And you all have shown me over and over again what it feels like to be loved as someone the best of all. So I thank you for this, and for so much over the past 2 years. There was a moment at our wedding that someone gave me this piece of advice, and they said, the one thing you have to do on your wedding day, you have to leave the wedding. And you just have to go out. And we had a beautiful wedding in the Catskills, and it was the fall, and it was this gorgeous barn, and everyone's in tuxes. And Ash and I just left the wedding and walked up the hill just to look at the party and just to feel how alive everyone was inside and how beautiful it was that we got to have all these people here to celebrate this beautiful day. And this morning when I left the service, I just wanted to stand in the back and just to see you all and to know that you're okay, that you're going to be even better, and that I'm okay too. So thank you for loving me so deeply. Thank you for showing me that love, for seeing me in love. Thank you for the magic of being alive together. So that concludes our program for today. And thank you all for being here and showing Claire your love and wishing them well. Wherever you go, whatever you do, there's no question that you'll succeed.
Okay. Yeah.
That was good.
Very good. Let me get out of here.
So exclusionary for our last committee meeting.
Our last committee. The next intern.
All right.
Oh, Jim, we need Jim.
Oh, I have to do it.
Keeping Windsor under control? No. No, it's Al Van Ness. He's the guy that walks with the crutches. I don't think anybody would trust me with money. Get her and get out of here. Having fun yet? Close. How are you doing? Okay.
What's this?
Cancer deal. Basal cell carcinoma. Not the bad kind, but it's gone.
Good.
A little sore, but big deal.
Yeah.